what is more exciting than for you to know where your food comes from? This day and age where there's so much chemicals put on your tomatoes to make it look red.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better if you're growing your own?
Yourself.
Yes.
You were once a professional doctor and you've gone on retirement. But why did you enter into farming? So how did society picture you to be, or how do they accept you?
I am a doctor first, but I am a human being first before a doctor. And I think for the health of a nation, if we can sort our food issues out, we can sort a lot of our challenges out.
Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Nana Kwame Jr. Arthur. Join me each and every week as we profile remarkable business leaders, explore cutting-edge industries, and uncover the strategies and insights that drive growth and prosperity. From startups to multinational corporations, we will examine the trends, challenges, and opportunities shaping the business landscape. Don't miss business profiling, your key to unlocking the secret of success. Remember, this show is brought to you by SCS Delivery Services and Sasti Marketplace, where you can shop online and your things to be delivered to you at your doorsteps at an affordable prices. Pick our number on the screen and contact us for your things to be delivered onto you. I will introduce my guests to you when you come back from that short commercial break. Please stay there.
Every day comes with different hassle. Do you have an important document to send? Struggling to carry packages by yourself? Choose SCS today as your number one trusted and reliable partner for all your delivery needs. Ensure your packages are handled with care and delivered on time, anytime. Whether it's a last-minute gift or a loved one or an urgent document, SCS Delivery Service there for you.
Our working days are Mondays to Sundays from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can call us on 054 387 4960. SCS, it's there for you.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. This is the Business Profiling with me, Nana Kwame Jr. Arthur. Remember, this show is brought to you by Sasti Marketplace, where you can shop online for everything you want at an affordable prices. And also, SCS Delivery Services, our specialty is in same-day delivery. You order today, we deliver onto you today. Contact us via the number on your screen, and your goods will be delivered onto you.
Let me introduce my guest to you, as I said earlier on. Today I'm going to talk with a doctor who is now, I can say, a professional farmer. Let me put that way. You're welcome, Doc.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
And she is Dr. Evelyn, and I'm Nana Kwame Jr., as I said earlier on. Welcome to this show once again.
Thank you.
So when we talk about Dr. Evelyn, who is Dr. Evelyn?
Right. So I really hate talking about myself, but I'm Dr. Evelyn Awolache Taria, and I took early retirement from the UK. I worked in the NHS for about 30 years. Worked 2 years in a country in Europe called Gibraltar. It's actually part of the UK. And I'm now home, and I'm happy farming. Loved it, and it's amazing.
You're now a farmer?
Farmer, general, yes. As a farmer, it's great. We have a farm. I spend a lot of time on the farm. I wish I could actually move onto the farm, which I will.
So how many years did you practice the doctoring career or doctor? As you say, you made mention you were a doctor before. So how many years did you practice that?
So I was in the NHS. I've been in the NHS, various roles, because I trained as I went on. I took on different roles. And since about 1987, so I don't know, 30, 40 years, something like that, I've been working in the NHS in the UK.
So what inspired you to become a farmer, as Jade mentioned? Because as in this world that we live now, precisely or specifically, if you're a doctor and you're retiring from that profession, most of the people set up their health facilities, either clinic or a health center, so that they either employ someone to be the CEO or they will be the CEO themselves, and they'll be supporting the person being the CEO at that moment. But what inspired you to become a farmer instead of becoming a doctor on your own?
Okay, so So most of my friends have done that, but why would I want to follow what everybody else is doing? I'd want to do something. I've got to be different. So during the COVID time, I had to move from mainland UK to a place called Gibraltar, which is in the south tip of Spain, actually.
Okay.
And whilst I was there, I actually came, across farms. We used to travel around Spain, and we used to go, from place to place, and you could see people's farms, and people lived a beautiful life on the farms. But meanwhile, a friend of mine approached because I wanted him to, come into a particular business venture with me. Told me that, he is a bit tied up now, and that he couldn't do what I wanted him to do. So I went on to ask him, so what is it you're doing? And he started talking to me about the farming and the kind of produce that he's producing on the farm. Very, very different from what most people are doing, and I'll get a chance to talk to you about that. So we got in together, and then we started. So we put monies together, and then we started.
So it was a partnership. Something.
Yes, it was a partnership. I think that 2, 3, 4 are always better than one if you agree.
Sure.
You're able to share your burden, you're able to share the challenges. So we went into partnership with other people and therefore and did the farm. And that's how I got into farming. I think where, knowing where your food comes from is exciting. Living out in the countryside, living in Accra and being somewhere nice and quiet, I think is exciting as well. So my time.
How is the society accepting it? Because I can say, should I say Ghana precisely? Because if you're a graduate from the university and you are now you were a doctor once before, and if you retired from doctor, and you are now into farming, how does the society or how do people see you to be? Because they might think, this woman is going to say she doesn't know her left and right, because you were once a professional doctor and you've gone on retirement. But why did you enter into farming? So how did society picture you to be, or how do they accept you?
Okay, so I think those battles, I fought a lot of it, like the first year or two. I fought a lot of, my family didn't understand. They didn't get my friends up till now. People still, why would you leave farm, your life in the UK and come and live in Ghana? I get that all the time. I think that I've overcome it. Farming does not have the respect that it should have. It does not have the prestige that it should have. It's not priority.
Yeah.
And therefore people look down on it. Most people look down on farming. But what is more exciting than for you to know where your food comes from? This day and age where there's so much chemicals put on your tomatoes to make it look red.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better if you're growing your own? Yes. You wake up in the morning and everything is fresh.
It's fresh.
I think there's a big health message there. So people say I'm a doctor, but this is, I am a doctor first, but I am a human being first before a doctor. And I think for the health of a nation, if we can sort our food issues out, we can sort a lot of our challenges out as well. So for me, farming it's a thing to do. If you have a piece of land, why sit in Accra and be broke and have no money when you can, sit down on your farm and do, go to your farm Monday to Friday and come to Accra and live the life over the weekend, for example. So, I love it. I still live in Accra. I wish I could go and live on my farm, and that will happen. But we need to get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yes, it's great. Farming is great.
Do you think this food insecurity you're facing in this country, for us at a moment, if the youth, or can I say most of if the farming business is being invested into, if we the youth we take upon ourselves that we also join the farming business, so also to provide food, as you just made mention of, you provide your own food. Do you think it will help in curbing that food insecurity in the country at the moment?
It will more than sort our food insecurity out. More than that, we will have enough to eat. Everybody will have enough to eat. And then the rest will export. So we'll have money. Do you understand? Health-wise, we're secure and we'll have a bit of money in our pockets. I mean, youth in particular, I think it is a great opportunity. Lots of young people say they don't have the money to start.
Sure.
I can see that. But what stops you working with somebody else on the person's farm? What stops you starting somewhere small? Or what stops you having your own half an acre that you're doing yourself? You don't need, especially for because I'm an Accra girl, so we don't have land in Accra. But for people who come from the Eastern region, what stops you going back and doing something small?
Okay.
Start somewhere small. It does not have to be big, but you have to start small and have a big vision and do it. Youth, rather than us paying all the connection money to get to the UK or to get to Spain or to get Spain, like US and places like that, why don't we put the money somewhere? When you have your farm and it's making you money, you can boldly go to American Embassy and try for your visa or something and go and visit and come. Nobody now, this day and age, should go and hustle. Nobody should go and hustle. We should all get to a place where we can visit. Just like they come and visit, look around and they go. We should be also go, travel all around and then come back. But you're building something for yourself. Sure. And I think, I'm not going to sit here and say it is all rosy. It's not. But if we begin to work towards it, one step at a time, we will get somewhere. And this is what we're asking the youth to do. Don't look at it big and mighty, but start small with a big vision. And that's what I'll tell the youth.
Okay. So if you talk about farming, it cuts across. Someone who specialize in either only crops, others in birds, or others in, let's say, livestock and co. So what aspect do you go with or deal with?
So I think it depends. I mean, we have a mixed farm. That's what we do. If you've got both animals and crops, we've got mixed farms. So we've got rabbits. We've also got goats. And then we've got the vegetables. Sure. And then we actually also grow some special type of grass, which is highly proteinous for animals. But you don't have to do it the way we've done it. You don't have to do it the way anybody's done it.
Sure.
Do it a way that you can manage it. So if it's the 2 goats that you've got, or the half an acre of tomatoes that you've got, or even if it's your backyard that you've got something, start small. Because that's how it is. You start small and then you build on and you build on and you build on. And that is the message. It's entirely up to you. Usually people say, and I've learned everything on YouTube. Everything I know on YouTube. And we all can do the same. And when you get into YouTube, you'll see people who just started on half an acre or whatever, but have grown it. And that's how that's the advice I'll give the youth or anybody.
In your earlier statement, you made mention of the capital aspect of the farming, that you may not have the money to set up your own farming, but you can join someone on his or her farm to also come up with something.
Yes.
As you just mentioned of that in your earlier introduction, that you partner with someone to set up this farming business. Yes. So how much did you initiate it into? You talk about capital aspect, or is
how much money?
Yeah, it's kind of confidential.
I wouldn't say it's confidential. It was just that in the beginning, and because I was in Gibraltar, then I was using the apps, and I went back to have a look, but I just couldn't get into some of the apps, so I couldn't really put the monies together.
Okay.
But the way we wanted to do it cost us a little bit of money, and the way we're doing it now is costing us a little bit of money. Which is why I'm saying you don't have to do it anybody else's way. Do it the way that will work for you.
Okay.
Just get that, because people are fortunate, especially people who don't come from Accra, but they are fortunate to have a family that might have some land.
Okay.
Yes. Why don't you, start whatever money you've got? If you can't do yourself, find somebody. I know there's trust issues, but find somebody who can maybe start something for you or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. And then start it that way. Or if you have got the skills, find somebody who's got a bit of money. Be faithful with that person. Go and start that way. Because money is an issue, capital is an issue. We have put in it a bit because of my position. I was in a position to do that, but it does not have to be the way I've done it. It can be done very simply. Yes.
So you just made mention of something like trust issues and co.
Yes.
Yeah. As you started with your partner, the one you partner with in this business, this farming business, what are some of the challenges you face with him or her, and also the farming business as a whole?
So I've been fortunate enough that I don't have any trust issues with the people, because I started with one person, but now there's 3 others in there that we don't have issues. In fact, this morning we've had a whole hour of discussions already. Right. So we don't have those kind of issues. Where we've had issues is people working with us.
Okay.
That is where we've had the biggest headaches. People who, somebody can just say, my mom has died, and they go and they don't come back. Or people
I want to visit the village, I want to visit my parents.
Yes. Or people who I must say, people who don't see the vision the way you see it, people who are not excited about what they're doing. I think that's the problem. They think, oh, somebody else's farm, I can do whatever I want to do. But I think if you immerse yourself in what you are doing, and people can see that this guy is serious about what he's doing, you never know where your blessing will come from. Because for me, I just don't want people to just come and work for me. I want people who know where they want to go to, because if you help enough other people get what they want, you also get benefits from that. And that's my philosophy. Anybody who works with me and they know it, I give them come to work happily and willingly.
Sure.
I'm not just, if I wanted money, I'll be sitting in London. I make my money easy. No hassle. No hassle. So if I've come here, I've got reasons why I am here. People who work, we're working this together. If you see the vision the way I see it, you will do okay. Now, if you don't see the way I see it, still come to work. Do your best, because you never know
where your help will come from, or where your blessings will
come from. Yes, you never know. Just from maybe your enthusiasm for somebody else's job, somebody else will see you. The opportunities will come that way. So it's not always, and if there's youth listening, it's not always about how much money, because that is what I see now. People are always asking how much money, quick, when. We've become so money conscious that we've lost sight of you seeing a future for yourself, you building a picture in your mind for yourself. Okay, this doesn't pay me what I want, but I can see where this is going and I can see what I can do.
Okay. So the shortage of workers, or the workers going off and not returning back, how do you fix in those gaps or those spaces?
So we use a lot of by-day workers, which is not a model that I like. People they come and work, you pay them and they are gone. But I would want a team that, know what they're about. In the mornings, they get up, do you understand? And the work is done.
Sure.
What I would like is people who, got a bit of social security as well. So that so it's not just coming to work, but you do the work. Do you understand? Together we achieve a lot more. So we fill our gaps. A lot of it with. We can have. There was a time when I used to have maybe 10, 15 by day workers on the farm. If you have to do your harvesting or the planting, you bring them all in. So you'll have your own maybe core staff, maybe 3 or 4 that are with you all the time, and then you bring the rest in.
Okay.
Yes, and that's how we've managed it.
What's the geographical area of your farm?
We are based, so we've got 2, and there's a bit of history around it. So we've got animals near Edukrum.
Okay.
We've got goats near Edukrum, and we've planted some grasses and things, especially there in Edukrum. Then we've got the main one in the Volta region near Drapon. And that's where we've got the vegetables and we've got the rabbits.
So you've been taking the stocks to the market, or
so
for now you haven't entered to the market?
So this is it. So we had stuff. We've recently just sold some potatoes.
Okay.
But what we've done is now we've got a whole proper system in place, so that we will, like I'm saying, we should be farming all year round. We've put the system in place, so we will be farming all year round. We will have tomatoes, whether it's tomato season or not, whether it's winter, we will have. So we are setting that up, and then we will have a shop.
Okay.
We'll have a shop, and we'll have an online shop as well.
Yeah, this thing just dawned on me. These are high cost of living in the country. For instance, the inflation, and do you deal with fertilizers or gold?
Yes. We have used some amount, especially on the old farm. We have used some amount of fertilizers. Yes.
The inflation also affected the fertilizers.
Of course.
So how has this thing affect your farming business? The inflation line.
Everything is gone up. Everything that you can use, it's gone up. If you have to transport workers, the fuel cost is gone up. The food for the workers is gone up. We buy seeds. I mean, I was shocked. The prices of seeds. I was shocked. That's gone up. Everything that you use on the farm, price has gone up. We all have been affected by inflation, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. You continue with this, but let's take our sponsors. When you're back, you'll bring in more.
Every day comes with different hassle. Do you have an important document to send? Struggling to carry packages by yourself? Choose SES today as your number 1 trusted and reliable partner for all your delivery needs. Ensure your packages are handled with care and delivered on time, anytime. Whether it's a last-minute gift or a loved one, or an urgent document, SCS delivery service there for you.
Our working days are Mondays to Sundays from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can call us on 054 387 4963. SCS, it's there for you.
Hello, welcome back from that short commercial break. Dr. Evelyn has been saying a lot here, but this show is being brought to you by Sasti Marketplace, where you can shop anything online at an affordable prices, or SCS delivery service we do for you. We bring to you at your doorsteps, wherever you are, the corner of this world, the corner of this country called Ghana. We bring to you at a low price that you're not going to pay much to cost you, unlike the others. Let's zoom into conversation again, Doctor. So what are other challenges you're also facing as the inflation of the country in the country also going up as well? Okay. On the market and the goods and services, the importing, the tax, and the value-added tax in this country. How is it affecting your business too?
So we do know that taxes, various forms of taxes, is a way in which a nation makes its people poor.
Yeah,
it's well known. So when we send, and I mean that one of the biggest things for us is like Mumu, sending Mumu,
sure.
The taxes on Mumu, and that one I talk about it, the e-levy. I can talk about it till the cows come home.
Oh,
because we are doing a lot of things on the farm. We're building more irrigation and whatever, and we do a lot of payment by Mumu, and some of the taxes that is in there. Everything you buy is gone up. We are feeling the pinch. Everybody's feeling the pinch. At the end of the day, it's the end consumer that picks up the tab. So, like I say, I'm not party political. I don't do NDC. I don't do NPP NDC. I don't do any of that. But we need our taxes. We need the system looked at a little bit, just to help the struggling, not just the farmers, but people, everybody else who is struggling. We just need that little bit of help for people just to live. It's what I'm saying. So we need to look at the taxes. The exchange rate is also a killer for most businesses. Okay. Farming is no exception.
Okay. So this government, you say don't want to go.
I don't do government. I don't do.
But this one is not a partisan thing, or that is not for that to promote the government or to condemn the government. But it's a general thing that he made mention of that is helping, or that is going to help if only that promise is being fulfilled. And specifically on the farming side, that is a one district, one factory is also part, but the important one is a one village, one dam.
Yes.
Yeah. So how has this initiative helped? Do you have some at your area?
We don't have any. I mean, where we have our farm now, we're near the Volta, so we get the water. We have the channel, so we get it from, yes.
Okay.
But where we had our farm before, there was nothing. It's one of the reasons why we couldn't continue farming there, because we had no water. I was there one time, March, April last year, and it rained. And the way that it rained, it destroyed the roads and everything. That would have been a good place to have put a dam.
Sure.
They needed to stop the water somewhere in the dam, and then that area will become good for people to then do their farms, because all you need is water, so we can have food all year round. I mean, I find it ridiculous that there's certain times that there's no tomatoes or tomato is scarce. In the UK, we have tomatoes all the time. There's never a time that I'm obey. It doesn't happen. And I think we should get to that point as a nation, as a country, as a Greek minister, I don't know who, that we are farming enough. So there's food all year round. So we're not import, so that we don't have to import food. We have the land. We do not have to import
tomatoes from Burkina Faso.
I can't believe. How can we import tomatoes from Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso is a semi-desert. How? We have to put the structures in place to make that happen.
But we are one or the other wrapping up our conversation today with Dr. Evelyn here. Most of the youth out there want to join this farming business, but as you just made mention of in the earlier conversation before you go for that short commercial break, that the society, one or the other, tried to look down over you, were not accepting you how you should be accepted, and they were just criticizing you from the family, from friends, and the society as a whole. As a youth or someone from the university want to join this farming business, but he or she is having that notion that if I enter into this mogul, this is what the people are going to talk about me. This is the society is going to see me, going to picture me to be. So this is your camera. How will you motivate that person to take up that idea, to make it a reality for him or her?
So if there's some young people out there wondering, asking, what next? I'd rather maybe do some connection than cross the desert and get to Europe or get to the US. I'm saying to you, I've been there, I've done it, right? This is the place to be. I know people don't believe it or people don't accept it, but this is the place to be. Why don't you, with that money, start something small here? Start it small. It does not have to be big. Small, but your vision should be very big. But this is where I want to go to, but I'm going to start small because this is all the money I've got, or this is the land that I've got. Why don't you find like-minded people? Again, is the advice. People who might want to, join you to start the farm. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be easy because nothing in this country is easy. Or anything that is good is work, it's uphill. You have to work towards anything that is good, whether it's a house you're building or whatever. So just be determined in your heart that university degree or no university degree, you can go and be your own boss and do your own thing. You're not waiting for somebody to pay you your money. You're not waiting for somebody to tell you when you can do things. Farming is one of the easiest, I think. It's the low-hanging fruit, the white man will say. If your family's got some land, please go and start something small. Even if it is 1/4 of an acre, plant something.
If it's 1/4 of an acre, plant something. Someone might like or have a notion or the perception of joining you, Dr. Evelyn, to farm. Where would that person locate you?
Well,
or your farm place, where exactly?
So my farm is in the Volta region. Okay. We are happy. We are happy to welcome not everybody because we can't accommodate.
Sure.
But for serious people, for really very serious people, yes, and for people who also want to buy bulk, we would welcome people like that. Okay. So that's what it is.
See, that's what it is. This has been the Legend Show with me, Nana Kwame Jr. After you heard from Dr. Evelyn, who was once a professional doctor, but she has retired and she's into farming now. Not just a farmer now, not just a common farmer. She's a professional farmer, of course. Thank you for having you on this show, Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Look forward to have more interaction with you because I'm one or the other entering into the farming mogul. I want to join you on the farm.
Welcome.
Remember, this show was brought to you by Sasti Marketplace, where you can shop anything online at an affordable prices and low prices without any high cost, no inflation, tax beyond that. So just pick the number on the screen. And also SCS delivery services. We deliver to you at your doorsteps at also a low price, of course. Just pick the numbers on the screen and call us. We will sort you out. Much grateful for being with us. Have a nice day.